What's up, YouTube? Today we're going to start working on getting our wiring under control in the 6-liter. We're adding some new terminals, sort of. A lot of you subscribers know that I've been talking about adding a bunch of grounds, a big crossover cable on the truck to help make sure we're getting all of the power the batteries are putting out. Despite a new starter on the truck, I know right now we're having some harder start issues when the weather gets cooler. It's actually warming up here a fair amount, surprisingly. But we've had a lot of like 20-degree days and the truck wouldn't start until I added the crossover cable. That helped, although it's still spinning over rather slow. With the factory terminals, there's not a lot of options to add to them. There's a little bit, but some of the wires we're adding are kind of big. The lugs on them are on the larger side. So I looked for a kit that's gonna help us add these without kind of interfering with a bunch of stuff. And this seemed to be the easiest one that still retained the factory stuff that doesn't require you to take it all off. You can if you want, but you don't have to. We're gonna show you right now. So here's obviously my added cable. This is a 4/0 wire. I love this. I think it's too big. I need to cut in the length of it. Probably about 8 or so inches need to come out, maybe 10 inches. So we have a nice clean run that kind of is tighter to the factory. So over here, I don't love how I have this on. I did make this, so I just kind of, I'll have links to products down in the description. I think a 4/0 might be too much. Moving on. I believe the factory is a 2-watt power here. Here's the actual, might actually just be a 1-aught. There's 0 gauge wire. So this is a massive improvement. I think it might be too much though. Nothing wrong with it, but it is big. It kind of fits back here. It's a little tight. And this is just a very thin protective coating I have on it. This isn't like actual wire loom, but it does seem to be protecting it. So we'll see. Again, you have a nice heat shrink here. This is tinned copper wire. So that's marine grade, that'll help with corrosion. Our lugs we're using on it are also tinned copper lugs. So we crimped this down really good, put a heat shrink on it as well to keep everything nice and clean. So this is what we're working with here. Obviously this does need replaced. I do plan to replace it, but for now it kind of is what it is. But this could stand to be replaced in the near future. So this wire and this wire are factory. This is to the fuel pump, which I do plan to kind of rewire this and make this look a little cleaner, but it works for now. Tied right in here on this stud that's on there. But we can just put this on top. I'll show you what the actual connector looks like when it's not all on, but this is a pretty slick little setup. All right, so here's how it comes originally. So this is how we connect it, and you can actually reverse. There's a little Allen key here that you can reverse. You can make this come from either side to tighten or loosen. This has worked so far for me. We'll see what the passenger side does. But then you also have 2 ports here to add wire. I want to say 8 gauge, I want to say 4 to 0 is here. And then you also have your sides you can connect stuff to. And the part that lets you keep your factory stuff is right here. We have a longer bolt here. Again, Allen head. And all you do, whichever side you want to put this on, you take the other one off. Trying to make sure I'm showing everything and I'm not doing great. So yeah, then you just screw this on. Again, you would want to tighten this. We're not going to do that quite yet. I want to make sure which side I want to put it on. And then that lets you put your actual post on. There's a positive and a negative one. They are slightly different sizes. The positive is a little bit larger. So you wouldn't be able to, if you use the negative one, you wouldn't be able to secure that properly or tight enough to hold it. So just something to consider. Copper, nickel plated, super nice stuff. This is, I want to say that's just brass. But yeah, really nice kit. And again, we can also connect stuff over here as well. So you have options. And if you wanted, you wouldn't need to run this post. You could just run, on the Powerstroke, there's 2 positives that come to each. You could just run them all on here. But that doesn't really give you a lot of extra options. I like this setup. What I will probably end up doing is I will probably end up running, replacing my terminals, but doing something that keeps this post because I do like it, and then adding stuff in here, alternatively, I should say. So that's what it is. We're going to get to installing this. Super simple. This is a quick, easy job if you're looking for where you can add stuff, or you're trying to do a lot of what we're doing, because this also comes with a negative terminal kit. So now we're going to need that for our grounds. That's really why, that's what made me really look at this, because the positive, there's an okay solution to it. I don't love it, but there is a solution to it. There's some stuff integrated in factory. Whereas on the negative, there really isn't. You could make your own. You know, you could kind of drill through that and add a stud, or have someone weld one on, something like that. But I think this is a reasonably priced, this is around 50 bucks a kit. And you keep all your factory stuff. We will probably in the future show how to change out your factory one, so don't worry, that video is coming, especially because at least one of my factory ones needs replaced. So not a lot in the way of tools that you need here. We have, this requires a 8mm Allen for these side bolts, and probably the underneath ones if you're adding wires in there. That's how you tighten them, underneath. And to tighten it actually to the stud, you need a 4mm Allen. And to get your factory one off, 8mm. This crossover will make sure you're getting all of the power from each battery over here. It will help kind of even that load. This is not the only fix for the truck. You need to also do this with adding the grounds, which we have not done yet, but that will be our next step of adding grounds, and also adding an additional fused line from our alternator over to this battery here. We're gonna go with the shortest route possible as well. And I lied. I'm gonna reverse this. So you just gotta pull this all the way out, and then you can kind of reverse this stuff around, and we'll go from there. So I'm gonna do that. Like I said, you just gotta take this all the way out. You got to change some stuff, but nothing major. It's just kind of simple disassembly. Probably have to remove some of this plastic cover to get what I actually want out. So I'm going to quick do that, and I'll be right back. All right, so here's the block all taken off, and we just reversed these so that I'm closing it from the opposite side, because it's going to sit like this. The wires would be in the way of me tightening it. This is a nice feature that they included. I believe there was a Gen 1 of these that did not, but these are nice. You just take our little cover off, then we pop it back on here, and we're done. We really like this kit. It's pretty nice and easy to work with. I don't know if these will stay on forever, because I'll probably get rid of the factory stuff altogether at some point, but for now, these are a quick, easy way to be able to add stuff. And sorry about the wind that's picking up, guys. Now on this kit, it does have a lock washer here, so you're gonna tighten that up, go to here. Doing it outside the truck is a little easier, though obviously not that hard to do in the truck. All right, so this is some grease I got off of Amazon to help prevent corrosion and build up on our terminals. So a thin coat of this. A lot of you guys will know Too Many Toys channel. He's got so much better information than what I'm going to give you on this topic. I'm just going to show you how to do it, but he's got so much knowledge on electrical systems. But he was recommending this was one of the products. I just think doing something will help prevent corrosion buildup, and that's what you want. And these little brushes, which are actually pretty much perfect for this. And all we're gonna do is do a nice thin coat. We're not going crazy here. Now ideally the clamping force really helps smooth this out. Like I said, we're gonna put just a thin coat in here. We put some on the terminal as well. You do not need a bunch of, apparently there's some discussion on this can increase resistance, but it seemed like if you have just a thin coat, that it is pretty reasonable, and it's not really an impact on everything, that the benefit outweigh the risks of this. Now they do sell this kit without the battery post if you wanted it. There's nothing wrong with that setup either. in my opinion. I just like the post. It's quick and easy. It's also easy to remove if I change my mind in the future. And I think it looks relatively clean. Now from here, we're gonna just take our Allen. Now for this one in the same kit, I'm gonna grab one of the extra washers, the regular bolt, and another washer, and that's what we're gonna attach this guy with here. And again, I'm just gonna do a light coat on this lug, nothing crazy, focusing on really where it's gonna make contact. And again, just tighten it. I think this looks clean. Like I said, I do want to take some of this off because I think it's a little long. I need to determine potential options. I probably will leave this side alone. But this side I'm thinking needs to have like 6 or so inches cut out of it. At a minimum 3. So somewhere between 3 and 6 inches, I think this needs cut out. I will give you guys a final length for this. I want to make sure I'm still able to use this setup, but if I were to change this to something else, I want to make sure that it would still work as well. So definitely need to change this crossover to wire, although it did work. This did start the truck when the truck wouldn't start, so I think that's pretty significant, something for me to keep in mind as I do this project. All right, guys, so again, we have knukonceptz, even though it's spelled knukonceptz. Any Cat William fans out there will get that joke. And again, we used a little bit of this grease just to protect the terminals. Links to both down in the description. Just off Amazon, nothing crazy here. I will have links to other terminals that I think are reasonable to put on your truck as well. On this side, I had to kind of tie these up to keep them from touching this, so I just zip tied them to the S&B airbox, although this, if you're running a plastic thing, this wouldn't work. You'd have to drill a hole or something. And I will be getting rid of this setup in the very near future, so doesn't really do a ton. This is kind of how I want this side to look. I want it tight to the factory wire, kind of, even though I have, I don't want to say fancy, but I got this little bit of decorative nonsense on it. So all I'm going to do is really kind of trim this side up. So I'm just going to trim this side up now instead, which it's the same thing, it's just different side. But here are the terminals. This side there wasn't any issues with the 2 wires, so I'm not really worried, but keep that in mind as you put these on. I feel like a lot of vehicles, there isn't really a whole, there isn't as much stuff going on, there's not as much crap crammed in, especially like on smaller cars that people are used to putting stuff like this on. So kind of bear that in mind. I think this works. If you had a factory setup, I'm not quite sure what you do. Well, I have the plastic cover at some point I'm going to put back on this. Probably just push this on the other side where this tree goes, and it's probably not a big deal. So bear that in mind. Again, I'll have other connectors. I just wanted to get these on because, again, we're going to be grounding stuff off here. So I'll probably do a fair amount off here. I might even put some stuff inside here and ground it off that, run wires out. Like, that'd be a good one to reinforce this fender on this side. The 0 gauge in here would be a good one to drop down to the frame. Add another one of those. I'm going to add a second battery to frame ground on each side. We're going to do a frame to engine on the driver's side because there's only one on the passenger side. I'll probably redo the passenger side one of those, but I'll probably leave it. I'm not taking any grounds or power wires off this truck. I'm just adding to it. Anyway, guys, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you're looking for more content like this on our channel. Obviously just the rear, but we also have the 6.7 over here. And we're very soon going to be doing tune reviews again on our 6.7, on our 6 liter, excuse me. I wish we could do tunes again on the 6.7. However, crappy laws. Thank you, EPA, for ruining fun for all of us. Moving on. Anyway, any questions, drop them down below. If you guys have any questions about what I'm going to do with the wires, the install of these terminals, anything, you guys let me know. Affiliate links down in the description. I'll see you in the next upload.